Opportunity
71.
for Bradley to get an early break.
Game shot of the first leg, Bradley Rhodes.
Takes it out. They played on Monday. Matt
stops.
He was unlucky there. 2 on the top wire of the treble 20. Trying to leave 24 at the
Game shot on the sixth leg.
second dart.
Marvin
Found the
Van
target,
Velzen.
but that finds tops. Well, the
46.
reaction after the 16 tells you all you need to know.
40.
There's just too much emphasis. There's too much drama.
Game shot.
And it's Marvin
Marvin Van
that
Velzen.
finds tops, not for the first time in this contest. And he goes on to 6 points and leapfrogs Bradley Rhodes into 5th spot. Well, averages very, very similar. Not too much to talk about there, so we won't. What we will worry about is our next match. And after a very short break, Adam Hunt will be facing off against Stuart White.
76.
Well, Duff threatened it yesterday, didn't he?
Game shot on the second leg, Stuart
Oh, that was
White.
a super leg. 15 dart hold. Consolidates the break.
By a plethora of missed double. Well, now the miss is double-double. Well, that's just ironic. It's an 11-darter done by a double-double in a game that's been plagued by missed doubles.
Adam Iroquois 43.
Not quite sure whether the grip on the dart was right there, but it's Adam Hunt who steps in with 4 consecutive legs. And average of 81.68. He had 3 180s in there and the absolutely beautiful 11-dart leg in leg 5. And he does close the gap on Stuart White and moves on to 10 points, just 2 behind Stuart White. Well, the final 2 players in our field of 6 on the final day of Group A. Up next, Neil Duff takes on Nile Cullerton.
By a plethora of missed double. Well, now the miss is double-double. Well, that's just ironic. It's an 11-darter done by a double-double in a game that's been plagued by missed doubles.
That was an 11-darter.
Iroquois 76.
6 from here for Neil Duff. Tops.
Game
The
shot on the
2-1.
first leg, Neil Duff.
This is really, really good stuff.
It'd be the type of crescendo that a game of this quality deserves.
6.
But it may not be one that we get because Duff now
53.
should get 2 darts at tops to win this 4-2 and to open up a 4-point lead at the top of the group. And it is the Duff man who is going to be the man to beat now in Group A. He has opened up a 4-point cushion on Nile Cullerton at the top of the Group A table, courtesy of a 4-2 success. A high-quality affair, a 91-92 of the averages, but that was lingering around the ton for the most part of that match. 3 maximums in there, 2-1 in Cullerton's favour, but it was that 2 out of 10 on the doubles, which came back to cost Cully in the end. As for Duff, he's 4 points clear at the top of the group at the end of round 1. Round 2 begins after the break with Bradley Rhodes up against Adam Hunt.
Bradley Iroquois 40.
Tops 3-0. Now double 10. That's not a nice second dart. That's a beautiful third. And 3-0 it is to Bradley Rhodes. And the ability of Marvin Van Velzen levelling up. We could hear 1 or 2 cries in the practice room. The cry of Cullerton will be, oh yes, as he opens up a 2-0 lead, breaking the throw of Van Velzen. So Van Velzen himself should get 1 at the same target.
Yeah, at least 1 at tops, maybe 2 at... it's a rather safe-looking dart.
Game shot on the third leg.
Finds the target.
Van Velzen.
18 dart break back.
So Cullerton for 3-1 lead, wants a ton. And it's going to be 2 at tops. Only needs the 1. Clinical from Cullerton. It's a second 14-darter for him. A 3-1 lead he opens up. Went aggressive.
53.
And it presents the opportunity for Cullerton now, who, remember, missed 5 match darts earlier on in the piece
119.
to get the job done. Now needs to take out this 119 with his opponent sat on tops for the match himself. Going to begin downstairs. He's not going to get a dart at tops. It's just above 59. The wire. And so Marvin van Velzen for victory
40.
And to really, really open the door for Neil Duff to take full control of this group. Double 19 now. That's ferocious. That's wild.
28.
And so Cullerton returns. He's going to get more
60.
match darts. He's already missed 5 to get it 1. He's now going to get match dart number 6, which is good enough for Cullerton to win in leg 7, to get the better Marvin van Velzen by 4 legs to 3. And it means the gap now is reduced to just 2 points as Neil Duff takes on Stuart White shortly. The statistics on this one, Cullerton a 4-3 victor. Both averages in the 80s, 4 out of 10 on the doubles for Cullerton. Van Velzen 3 from 12. And after the break, the battle at the top of the table, Stuart White in third up against the league leader Neil Duff, who will look to extend that advantage back to 4 points. Ton plus check out. The highest finish we have seen so far today is a ton on the nose from Niall Cullerton in the previous match. But is that going to be gazumped by Stuart White here, who wants double 8 for 136? That is absolutely magnificent. Glistening darts from Stuart White at 136 to lead 2-1. 1 for double 1. To condemn Duff to defeat and keep Cullerton well and truly in the race. Stuart White gets the better of Neil Duff by 4 legs to 3. 2 games that have gone to 7-leg deciders, and 2 games which in the 7th leg have created results that's going to give us a race towards a line as the afternoon develops. Stuart White then a 4-3 victor against Neil Duff. After the break, we're going to see Noel Cullerton in action. He can now go level on points with the Duff man if he beats Bradley Rhodes.
95.
Treble leads the double, but it doesn't have to go that way with Cullerton, not on a finish. So double 14 takes the opener in the space of 15 darts. A 95 finish for Bradley Rhodes to take the lead against Noel Cullerton by a leg to 0. To get a leg back on the board. Sixers.
12.
Well, that is now 13 missed darts a double in this game for Niall Cullerton, and Bradley Rhodes will return to the board straight at double 17. He will attack the doubles, but can he find a way through? No, he can't. And so Cullerton will come back.
12.
And whilst there is a flicker, while there is a glimmer, and whilst there is hope, there is a chance. But he's got to take this first opportunity, and he does. Brings it back to 3-1, but Bradley Rhodes now has the darts to seal a 4-1 success.
Bradley, you require
with Cullerton back on 175.
Going straight for it. And hits it.
And
picks up a bit of a shock win against Niall Cullerton, who did have the opportunity to join Neil Duff on 18 points, but it's Bradley Rhodes who takes the spoil. And really off-colour performance from Niall Cullerton, 64-55, missing 15 darts at a double. Right, when we come back, an opportunity for Neil Duff to stretch his lead at the top as he faces Adam Hunt.
111.
To do it in style.
Game shot.
And Nelson for Neil Duff to seal the points and to put him on to 20 points by getting the better of Adam Hunt by 4 legs to 1. And he can almost taste Saturday night's final now. Can the Duff man? An 88.46 average, 4 out of 12 on the doubles, and finishing off with a ton plus checkout to get the better of Adam Hunt by 4 legs to 1. So, Cullerton now is going to have to be perfect from here on in. Neil Duff is on the cusp of Saturday night. After the break is Van Velzen against White.
Sure to require 82.
And so White, the opportunity to make it 3-1. 82 is what he wants. Went the bullseye route. So, 19. And the bullseye. Oh, the middle of the diddle does solve the riddle for Stuart White to open up a 3-1 lead.
And you require 114.
He's a tricky customer. Always seems to be there or thereabouts. Even in defeat. That's a beautiful ton plus out.
That's a nice setup just to ask the question to Stuart White, who has 60 for the match. Tops. For another White win, which will see him in Group B come Thursday and Friday evening. He gets the better of Marvin van Velzen by 4 legs to 2, doing so of an 81 average and 4 out of 5 when it came to the doubles. We're going to take a short break. Noel Cullerton is in must-win territory, a defeat to Adam Hunt, and it is Neil Duff who progresses through to Saturday night's final. So a 4-1 success, which would see Neil Duff into Saturday night's final. One left. And in it goes, and Adam Hunt gets the better of Noel Cullerton by 4 legs to 1, and it is a victory which seals Neil Duff's place in Saturday night's finale here at the Modus Super Series. A 4-1 success with an 80.29 average despite 14 missed darts at the double for Noel Cullerton. He's going to have to return on Thursday and Friday respectively in Group B, but for Neil Duff, that is it for him. He is into Saturday night's final. Many congratulations goes to him. Next up, Stuart White against Bradley Rhodes.
141. $139.
Interesting. I've heard of Route 1 football, but Route 1 darts.
This is Sean Dyche darts, isn't it? Just lump it forward and hope the double one is converted.
Game shot on the
first leg,
Stuart White.
Well, if it works, it's hard to criticise, and obviously, I don't think he did that on purpose, surely.
5. The bad marker. Moves it inside. And so Stuart White to, well, he was in a different postcode at points in this leg. Now has tots to win the leg and thus win the match. Bradley Rhodes has put the darts away. He thinks it's all over, but it's not.
It might be now.
Bradley, you require 10.
5. Can he use that? Getting further away.
5.
Well, this has been a cruel
20
towards the finishing line. 10s. It's a win for White.
And the match.
He gets the better of Bradley Rhodes in a last leg decider by 4 legs to 3. And a nice little embrace there from the pair at the end. Stuart White then the 4-3 victor. You can see that there's been a real good camaraderie between this group. 80.7 average, couple of maximums, and Stuart White a 4-3 winner. Next up, Duff van Velzen. If he can find double 16 for 13. Double 8 is found for Duff. It's a 4-1 victory against Van Velzen. Moves him on to 22 points. And Neil Duff, another victory as he looks forward to Saturday night action at the Super Series. Not really much to write home about for both players there, but Duff victorious. Next up, White v Cullerton. He left himself on 160 today. Is he going to finally notch it? Tops! And that would have been to have won it in some style.
Nile required.
And almost fitting. Work to do for Nile. Not the nicest double in the world, but straight at it, finds it. A 16 dart breaker throw. Came from 3-2 behind to win it. 4-3, 89-23 for Nile, 89-65 for Stuart White. 12 140s in the match. 3 180s for Stuart White, but those players sign off and sign in to Group B tomorrow night. Up next, Marvin van Velzen up against Adam Hunt.
32.
Well, after getting through the first couple of legs, Adam Hunt has got over the line to win 4-0 against Marvin van Velzen. It's the end of both players' Group A campaigns, and after the break we'll conclude the group with Bradley Rhodes and Neil Duff.
150.
Now, are you, Bradley, going to be a little bit devilish, or are you going to be conventional? Conventional is the answer. He may take this out. Double 15 for 150.
Bradley Rhodes.
Wonderful from Rose.
That's the way to hold throw. 150 out. 15 darter. Going to get 2, 7, 8 in 6. Shots on.
It is double 16. That's an excellent finish on Bradley Rhodes. It's his second on top of the game on the back of a 150 in the opening leg. And he leads Neil Duff in his final game of the session by 3 legs to 1.